You know what time it is. Today we're going to be ranking every single Generation 9 Pokemon newly introduced in Scarlet and Violet. And let me just say, I quite like this generation. The Pokemon designs overall I see as a huge plus. So we're just going to see how many I think are really good and how many I think are really bad. I know I don't really have the most consistent upload schedule, but if you like sort of content like this, drop a like and consider subscribing as it greatly helps out the channel. I messed that up. I should, put this into everyone's head and perspective for a second. I am not a professional in pronouncing made-up names. Forgive me if I mispronounce any of your loved Pokemon in this list. They are the new generation, so I may suck at pronouncing them. And with that out of the way, let's begin. Sprigatito. I think Sprigatito overall is a quite cool Pokemon. I mean, come on, it's a weed cat. It's been notoriously known as a weed cat since day one because of those red eye. Those were done on purpose, I swear. Its evolutions, though, I feel like Florigato. I'm pretty sure that's how you say the name. I think that's quite meh. And then Meowscara. Meowscara is yeah, I think it's quite cool as well. I think the middle evolution is quite bad, but Meowscara is just a better middle evolution. Yeah, that's my opinion on that line. Fuecoco is awesome. He's such a derpy lad. I like the middle evolution kinda, but at the same time I kinda don't. It kinda loses that derpy aspect that I loved about Fuecoco, so I guess I'm putting in okay. But oh, the final evolution. This is actually based off of a Ghost Pepper. That's the only reason why it has its ghost typing, and I find that to be really awesome. Quaxley is my favorite starter Pokemon of this generation, and probably one of my top 3 favorite starter Pokemon of all time. I don't know why, I just love this duck. The middle evolution is okay, it's not the best, but then, oh my god, can I just say, this Mon, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Quavicle, is a peacock and a duck in one. And it's so flamboyant. I really like this guy. Alright, let's move on. We got Lechonk. I mean, let's be honest, Lechonk goes in the top just because it's the name. The name. Its evolutions are quite the letdown. I believe... I'm pretty sure this is the female one. I like the female one better than the male one. Oh, Dunsparce. Dunsparce finally got an evolution in this godforsaken game. And let me just say... this is probably the least disappointing thing that they could have done. Everyone already loves Dunsparce, so why not just make him longer? That's my reasoning. We got the 2-segment and 3-segment form, and let's just say, awesome for the 2-segment and best Mon introduced for the 3-segment, because more of Dunsparce equals more, well, enjoyment for the family. Actually, I'm gonna put them down one tier lower. It's kind of not fair to just say that. It's not what... Dunsparce is not one of my favorite Pokemon, like, in general, in my overall tier list. But I like him quite a lot, so it's fair for me to just say this. Because these two. I think these are terrible Mons introduced. The Grasshopper, they introduced a Grasshopper, but I just don't find it too appealing. This guy, though, this guy chases you down, I swear to God. Wherever you go, he's after you. This little guy, I don't know his name. Yeah, guy with the ball, okay. The guy with bigger ball, okay. I like these dogs, but I swear to God, they're so annoying. They come out the ground, but like, since it's like literally, sometimes they blend in with the ground, you can never see them, and you just walk into them all the time. It annoys me when I'm shiny hunting. It reminds me of the dog from Life of Pets. The Secret Life of Pets, yes. It reminds me of this dog. Okay, next up we got Tinkerbell. I know that's not the name. It's okay. I like the ostrich. I like the ostrich quite a bit. I don't know how much, but I like it quite a bit. Giraffe! Big Giraffe. Giraffe finally got an evolution. Forgot what this name's called. This is why I said at the beginning of the video, I'm terrible at names. And I'm just going to say pronounce these guys unless I actually know their names. Giraffe's evolution I find to be awesome. I mean, Giraffe for the longest time deserved an evolution, and when they finally got it, I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't really disappoint at all. It meets all factors. Wiglet, do I have to say anything? And then Wug Trio is quite cool. This thing, What the fuck? Big fish. This thing chases you down in the water, so it's basically like a version of this guy. So I guess they can be friends next to each other. This is just a dolphin. So meh. This is a dolphin with a love hut, so it's slightly better. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Smollett, I like this shy little guy. I'm gonna be honest, I think I like him more than Wiglet. This, I see where they're going with it. I mean, both of them are quite cool, not gonna lie. Oh, this is the starting for the fire and grass Pokemon. This is meh, but this is awesome. I mean, that's actually quite perfect. It's basically peppers. They're pepperheads. They're pepperheads. Bro, that's great. Although I hope the shiny form was actually a bit better. I mean, to change the peppers from green to red, you could have picked orange and yellow as the other bell peppers, because they look more like bell peppers than actual, like, hot peppers. Tadpole-looking dude. It's not that bad. This guy, I find him to be pretty meh. I'm gonna be honest, I was not, like, too fond of him when he was first introduced. It was just not my thing. Like, what would you consider this? Is this a vacuum cleaner to you guys? Because I think it's a vacuum cleaner. Bro zooms around. Have you seen, like, this dude zoom around? I also got a shiny version of it, which basically turns the silver to gold. I find that quite cool. This is like a car. Yeah, well, yeah, they can be next to each other. Orthworm. Okay, so if you know me, like, through Discord servers, from when I'm doing raids with this, you will fully know the tragedy of this Orthworm. Like, no, the tragedy it caused, not the tragedy it had. Oh my god. This thing is known as Dark Souls. This thing is the god among Pokemon. Arceus does not compare to this thing's strength, and for that I say. It's the family mouses. We got the 2, we got the 3, and we got the 4. I'm gonna be honest, they barely changed, so I feel like I've gotta put them all here. They're quite funny, but this thing, its mouth makes me uncomfortable. Same with this. They both make me uncomfortable. I'm gonna be honest, quite the letdown for pseudo legendaries in my opinion. This is okay. This was meh, and this was meh as well. I mean, for pseudo legendaries, this was quite the letdown. And I don't think it's, like, as big of a letdown as some Pokemon on here. Yeah, these two don't stack up to the... Dragapult was so cool. Dragapult was, like, a great pseudo-legendary for Gen 8. But these two, oh god. This little guy, I remember catching it and being like, is this the pseudo-legendary? Is this, like, the starting evolution? Because it was dragon and normal. No, wait, was it dragon? No, it was dragon and water, sorry. Cyclizar. I actually know the name of this one. Cyclizar, it's gotta be one of my favorites, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I like him so much, I just do. I like the bike. Okay, so we got Poor Me. I like Poor Me. I think they're quite cool. Pormo's kind of a step down. I didn't think they had to stand up, really. Pormot? I think Pormot is equal. I like the scruffy hair. So, for this guy, I don't really have much of an opinion on him. This guy looks pretty cool. Stork, you know, the ones that deliver babies. Babies are not cool. Okay, we got Bruno Mars. There we go. There's my ranking of the birds. This is just a fucking flamingo. I don't care what people say about this. I don't care if people say, oh, its body looks like a boxing glove, therefore it makes sense that it's fighting type. No, this is just a fucking flamingo, and I don't give a shit. I had enough of people trying to defend this thing. It's literally just a flamingo. Its name, Flamigo, has no creativity at all. Like, I get it. It's supposed to be a pun. Amigo, you know. Flamigo. I get it. But come on, man. This is the first time they've ever made a flamingo Pokemon. And they do this. Literally the most boring Pokemon of this generation. And I say that with the utmost confidence. The most boring, uninspired Pokemon of this generation. And I don't care. Cloth is cool. These are salt rocks. When it evolved, I was like, Roblox. And when it evolved again, I was like, fuck, it is Roblox. Yeah, it goes there. These things, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't even know what the fuck they are. This thing is bad. The monkey's okay. Fido, you're a good boy, but you're not the best doggo of this gen. I don't like this dog, and I love this dog. Such a good connection. This is because of the story. I'm not going to spoil it just in case anyone hasn't played Scarlet and Violet. But then again, if you're watching this video, you're kind of spoiling all the Pokemon for yourself. I'm gonna put you in awesome, my guy. You're pretty awesome, dog. These are tumbleweeds, but these are cool tumbleweeds. I mean, I've seen like concept art of like for tumbleweed Pokemon that look cooler. I think the second evolution is quite awesome, to be fair. All right, now we've gone on to Reddit Gold and Reddit Coin. This is a Reddit chest. When I compare it to Reddit, everyone's like, I don't see it. It's the antennas. It's the antennas. Can someone explain to me what this is? It looks like a wacky inflatable arm stretcher thing. There, yeah, Great Tusk. I like this guy. I think he goes to the top of awesome. He's not my favorite Paradox Pokemon, but a Donphan looking like this is very cool. Oh, then we got Brute Bonnet. I get it. All right. I feel like the reason why I'm rating it quite this high because I just get it. Its DNA's been combined with dinosaur DNA. This guy is funny. I like Sandy Shocks, however, I don't understand why they're so rare to find. This is Screamtail. Screamtail, it's definitely an improvement upon Jigglypuff. I'll give it that. Like, I like Screamtail more than Jigglypuff, so for that I will rate it higher than Bruno Mars. Fluttermane, in my humble opinion, is very cool. It's been banned from competitive though, which I find quite funny. So therefore it goes there. Now, I love Slitherwing. I think it's one of my favorites, but it's not as cool as the original Volcarona in my opinion. I love this guy. I actually, earlier today, I was shiny hunting for this guy, and I got the shiny after 5 hours or so. Yeah, 5 hours of shiny hunting for Roaring Moon. Shiny Roaring Moon looks very cool, and it was worth me shiny hunting for this. It's probably one of my favorite mons introduced in this gen. Alright. Now we're on to the future ones, the future Paradox mons. Iron Treads, I'm gonna be honest, this is a huge step down from Great Tusk, like massively. I think it's just okay. Iron Moth is cool, but I prefer Slitherwing. But that doesn't really change the fact that I love this dude. Iron Hands, I love Iron Hands. A video that's coming out soon on my good friend Lotus's channel will explain why I have such a connection to Hariyama. So the original version of Iron Hands. Yeah, you guys will understand why I like them so much. Same with this guy. Same with Tyranitar, but this is called Iron Bars, I'm pretty sure. No, it's Iron Thorns, I'm sorry. Iron Jugulus. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't change much from Hydreigon, but Hydreigon was cool. This is just slightly worse. It's not as good as Clorf. Delibird, I find this hilarious, the fact that they gave form to Delibird. So for that, they go in awesome. I like Iron Valiant, but like how much? I like the original Glade more. I think they go there. Yeah, there we go. That seems fair for me. All right, now we're on to these. I don't know what to call them. I call them the Chinese legendaries because they're based off the designs of Chinese demons. So yeah, people don't like them, but I think they're really cool. I'm not gonna lie. This dude has a literal bowl on his head. I think this dude's awesome. Shenpo. I attempt to not say these mons because I don't want to sound racist. This is just a bush, but a very cool bush to say the least. Quite cool. And then this is a fish. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Shiyu. I see the appeal. Its shiny form looks so cool as well. So for that, I'm going to rate it higher than Iron Valiant. All right, we got Koraidon and Miraidon. You know, the box legendaries. In my opinion, Koraidon is the better legendary. Miraidon's cool, but it just looks like cock and balls, man. It just looks like cock and balls. Here's an image. It looks like cock and balls from behind. I'm gonna be honest. You can easily tell. But yeah, I think they're quite cool. I mean, in comparison to like other like Paradox futuristic Pokemon, it has much more personality. I rate them there. Now we got the Tinkaton line. I'm gonna be honest, this to me like radiates sort of Harley Quinn vibes, or like Amy from Sonic. Quite cool. I believe the evolution deserves to be up here. And then Tinkaton, I believe, awesome, very cool. Not one of my favorites, but honest to God, very, very cool indeed. All right, now we're on to what has been discussed as probably the top 2 best Pokemon introduced in this gen. Actually, I take that back. It's Ceruledge. Ceruledge is just overall the best mon introduced in this gen in most people's opinion, because people are edgy, you know. People are edgy. You can't like deny the fact that people are edgy and really like this mon. Armourouge, I've grown so hard.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I've grown so much. Like during my Scarlet and Violet playthrough, I bought Pokemon Scarlet. So my attachment to Armourouge is much more than to Ceruledge, but Ceruledge just looks so much cooler. So I can't really say that I like Armourouge more, but Armourouge has definitely grown on me quite a lot. Just a little guy with a big head. He looks like a me character. Toadschool? Toadschool. It's funny when it runs. I like the funny run. And then this guy, Toadscruel. Yeah, we'll go there. They go together. King Gambit. Very cool. King Gambit is so good, especially as an evolution to Bisharp. I think they go up there. Wooper and Clodsire. I love Wooper, but Clodsire is better. Just because the fact that he flops on the floor, he's so awesome. And now we got the final mon. I didn't expect Primeape to get an evolution. This is called Annihilape. I don't know how to pronounce it. Once again, this is cool. This is really cool. Yeah, we'll put it there. All the new Pokemon introduced in Generation 9 have been ranked, and I'm quite happy with this tier list, I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is well deserved. Leave your opinions and suggestions down in the comments below, and I will be sure not to take them into account, because I believe that this will be my opinion on every single Pokemon for quite a while. Unless I start using like some of the okay mons or quite cool mons in my team. Here's some pictures of me, you know, with the shinies. I've got some shiny Pokemon. They're quite cool. Most of them are the Paradox Pokemon, so yeah, I'm bragging. Yeah, don't judge me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. See ya.